Go. All right. May God promote all of us this year in Jesus' name. All right. Thank you guys so much for having me. My apologies that you didn't get my promo video early. It's too long anyway. It's like 7 minutes. And I think in this kind of setting, it's a little bit long, or maybe we'll play tomorrow. First, I want to appreciate everyone who's involved in putting this event together. That's Jessica I've been chatting with, amazing person. Always following up, and my apology to you if I've not been as responsive as I should be. I have this problem. Once people know me as doing a lot of things, but what they don't know is that once I'm doing one thing, I have laser focus. I can't think of anything else until I'm done with that. Maybe it might take me 6 months, 1 year, then I pick up something else. But in that 1 year span, I'm like a Rottweiler. In fact, that's my nickname. If you had watched my video, that's my nickname right there. I don't let go. So right now, I'm all in on AI, and that's all I think about. That's all I dream about. So it's tough for me to focus on anything else. So, but I did promise I was going to come and do this training, and I'm glad it's on AI and real estate sales, or AI sales something. At least there's AI in the title of the stuff. So I appreciate everyone for this amazing opportunity. And okay, the host has said I can play my video. I'll play it. It's about 7 minutes. I warn you in advance. It's a bit long. My people have not been able to cut it down here to 3 minutes. So suffer through it for 7 minutes while I get my slides together. It's actually, I need that 5 minutes or so to get my stuff together here. So my apology, but I'll play it right now, and then we get going. I think this is it. I don't know. Introducing
Implementation King, or introducing BANWO, the Business Lazarus, the Business Rottweiler, Energetic Coach and Destiny Activator. Known variously as the Business Lazarus, the Destiny Activator, the Wealth Apostle, the Business Rottweiler, the Implementation King, or simply the Coach, Dr. BANWO has earned these titles for his relentless business tenacity, exceptional implementation skills, and his gift for guiding others to overcome fears and achieve their financial dreams. Dr. BANWO's journey is one of resilience and determination. Born into a humble family in the tough Fadi neighborhood of Nigeria in Africa, he faced early hardships, including losing his mother in a tragic circumstance during the Ali Must Go student protests on his 14th birthday. Despite these challenges, he excelled academically, graduating among the top students of his class at the University of Ife, and as the best graduating student in his Masters of Law program at the University of Lagos. His corporate business journey began at Arthur Andersen Consulting, where his hustle, creativity, and hard work helped him land his breakthrough job as the CEO of International Funding Group plc at just 25 years old. By 27, he founded his first major company, First Aid Finance Limited, becoming a multimillionaire. However, by 29, following a national economic crisis and a clash with the military government of General Babangida, he lost everything. Broke, emotionally battered, and haunted by the military authorities for his pro-democracy workshops, he was forced to flee to the U.S. Landing in the new country with less than $150 in his pockets, Dr. BANWO rebuilt his fortunes from scratch. Within 2 years, he turned his first U.S. business, Specialty Personnel Services, into a $3.5 million a year company employing over 400 medical assistance personnel. Yet, a second economic downturn and tax issues led to another financial collapse again in 2003. He lost everything again and was forced to file for bankruptcy officially in the USA. Devastated but refusing to be defeated, the Business Lazarus once again rose from the business grave to rebuild his fortune with new ventures, including an immigration law firm, National Workforce Training Institute, and by pioneering the first payday advance business in Nigeria. In the hustle process, he gave his life to Jesus, and once again the Rottweiler was ordained the pastor of a new church in his very first year in the kingdom work. His role as a pioneer pastor of the First Redeemed Church of God in Omaha, Nebraska, USA, brought him to the attention of the general overseer of the church, Pastor Adeboye, who appointed him the chief fundraiser for a new media project, and later, as the founding CEO of Dove Media plc, where he revolutionized the Christian media industry in Africa by not only leading a group of very young, brilliant, and aggressively innovative staff to rapidly introduce a series of game-changing innovations into the media and entertainment industry. Despite having zero experience in media and entertainment before he was appointed as the CEO of Dove Media, Dr. Okpe BANWO distinguished himself by sheer hard work, limitless energy, hustle, and his can-do spirit. Some of his achievements in just a couple of years include being the first to distribute and sell movies and music through all 880 post offices in Nigeria, opening the eyes of the industry to new possibilities beyond the narrow Alaba market dominance. He was also the first executive to introduce the distribution of music and movies through fast food outlets, and in the process, revolutionizing media distribution in Nigeria. He was also the first executive to produce a major docudrama about a major church in Africa when he teamed up with Charles Novia to shoot The Covenant Church, a movie about the origins of the legendary RCCG Church, the biggest Pentecostal church in Africa by far. That movie ended up breaking records by selling over 500,000 copies on its launch day in one location at Redeemed Camp. Dr. Okpe, now referred to by many in the industry at this time as the Inspiration, also led and inspired a young team of 20-something-year-olds to create the Dove Vision TV channel that endures to this day. On leaving Dove Media, he ventured into the entertainment industry with his trademark Stingomania group of companies where on the artiste management side, he was privileged to manage now Nollywood megastars and legends like Genevieve Naji, Funky Jennifer Akindele, Omoni Oboli, and Fred Amata to mention a few. On the music side of Stingomania Entertainment Company, he also gave the industry timeless classics like Igwe Song from Midnight Crew, introduced DJ Z's, Conga, and Baba Ni, among others, into the Nigerian music scene with their very first hit singles. In 2012, driven by his restless entrepreneurial spirit, Dr. BANWO ventured into the digital business space. Despite losing over $100,000 in his first year, he persevered, learning from internet marketing giants like Mike Phil-Same and Alex Jeffries. His persistence paid off, and within 14 months, he successfully launched Africa's first internet business summit and his first software product on Jabzoo.com that grossed over $430,000 in just 30 days. He also clocked his first two $100,000 sales days in the same week. His first software product went on to earn over $3 million in sales over the next 3 years and solidified him as a legitimate digital business guru. In a few short years of hustle and brazen energy, he literally transformed from a guru wannabe into a global success guru with a proven system for creating sustainable online business success. His thousands of successful students and clients over the years are a resounding testimony to his practical, results-oriented training programs, business implementation tenacity, and relentless coaching style, earning him titles as the Fearless Netpreneur, the Rottweiler, and the Destiny Activator. Today, Dr. Okpe BANWO is fully committed to helping others achieve their digital business dreams. He passionately shares his proven strategies through his 7 Pillars to 6 Figures training programs, elite group coaching, the one-on-one alpha coaching, and the Netpreneur Success Masterclass, to mention a few. He also gives back to those who cannot afford his private or group coaching programs through his Breakthrough Foundation and the Fish for Life Initiative, a free 12-week intensive digital skills empowerment program for self-employment aimed at empowering unemployed or underemployed youths to be financially independent through digital entrepreneurship and helping executives and retiring seniors create new income streams online. Dr. BANWO has inspired thousands worldwide through his workshops, coaching, and speaking engagements. His impact has been felt across continents as he continues to teach people how to create sustainable online income streams using his rapid digital business implementation approach. Now please join me in welcoming the Wealth Apostle, the Destiny Activator, the Business Rottweiler, and the incredible business coach, Dr. Okpe BANWO. Introducing Okpe.
Sorry about that. Okay, enough drama. Thank you so much. That was done by one of my students in his very first class assignment as a videopreneur. I'm very proud of that lady. She's an awesome video creator now, but that was her very first attempt, first assignment, and it just blew me away. And I promise that I'll be playing that even though it's not the perfect one. So thank you guys so much for having me today. Today we are going to have a lot of fun, but I want to start with a confession rather than telling you more about myself. Just tortured through 7 minutes of it, is that a lot of our leaders, and I'm now included in that category now, by the time they start getting older, they start to change some of their what they have preached for years, what they have been telling people for years. And I think I've not fallen. I know you see all those Benny Hinn and some of these other guys talking about the position of prosperity preaching and all that, and how they are now trying to balance it. I think I fall into that category in the area of business now. Before, okay, until this year that I've decided, oh, no, I think I'm wrong. Before, I used to believe everybody can start a business and run a business. Or maybe I used to believe everybody should start and run a business. But I think I'm wrong. Everybody is not created to be a business person. Everybody is not created to own their own businesses. Some are destined to work for others and do great things there. See, so there's some of you that are here, and a lot of youths, they have missed it that way, because most times when they come to events like these, or they work for a company like a GTEX that is trying to give them opportunities to learn stuff, rather than staying and making an impact, they are always thinking how they will jackpot and go and start their own, how they will quickly. So they are half-minded there. So they never progress at the level they should, because if you are not fully committed in an organization, you are not going to rise there. Those who own the organizations, and I'm sure the owner of GTEX is not stupid either. He will not promote you if he doesn't see you full commitment and bringing in the dollar, the naira, the bacon home. And then you leave half-cocked, and then you get out there and you struggle. I'm not saying this thing to praise Dr. Akitai. We have not even spoken, okay, about this. Somebody just sent me a message. He wants me to come and speak for his people. I say, okay, I'll come. He doesn't need to call me. We don't need to talk. He's my guy. Anytime he wants me, I come. We didn't talk about this, but it's what you're going to hear me say a lot. And I'm saying it to my own people now. Some of us here, your best results, your best contribution to humanity might be working for somebody. And I'm not saying it's GTEX. That's not what I'm saying. So you have to have an open mind when you're in a company that is trying to train you, that is trying to take you to the next level. Be all in. And when you are all in and you are really fully developed, some of you take you a year, some of you 5 years, some of you 10 years. It don't matter. You can still be awesome. Sometimes when some of us rush out too quickly to go start our own business, we limit our own destiny. I'm probably one of those guys too. You might think I'm doing great now. But when I was in Atto Anderson, I left within 2 years. I don't know what would have happened if I stayed in that place for 7 years. I would have made partner. I probably would have had, when I was in International Funding Group, PLC, I stayed there less than 2 years or so before leaving to go start my own. Who knows? My point is, I have a junior brother who's an accountant, okay? First class guy, the most brilliant guy in our family. People think I'm brilliant. He's more brilliant than me, right? He had first class in accounting. But he got a company, it was an oil company. He stayed there until the level of becoming international director. I can't count how many houses he has now, and he doesn't do deals. He's a serious pastor. I can't count where you see his house in Dallas now. It's 4 times better than my own that I've been working for myself for the last 50 years. I said that by way of introduction. It's not part of what we are here for. But I feel that I owe it, because many of you are listening to this. You have heard me always say that you need to try to get into business for yourself. There's nothing wrong to get into business for yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not changing my mind on that. But it's not everybody that is destined to do that. It's not everybody that can do that well. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's the point I want to make. You can still make positive impact in your organization for so many years until God calls you to go and then do your own thing. So I wanted to start with that. Do not derail your own destiny because you are too much in a hurry to go get started on your own, especially when you are not ready. I used to push up my own staff, like forcing them. They're loyal, they want to stay, but I say, no, you have to go start your own business, and I push them out. And some of them go out there, they are struggling. And I realize that, no, I'm the one that is hurting them. When they're ready, they should know. But when they're not ready yet, let's accommodate them. If you are watching this and you're an employer who believes in people starting their own businesses, don't push them out too early, especially if they're not ready to go, because everybody is not you. Everybody is not Stephen Akitayo, and everybody is not Dr. BANWO. That is the introduction I'm going to, which is strange. because you never, I don't come at you when I start a program like that. But it is what it is. It's a new day, and we're going to go. I'm not going to waste your energy, too much energy doing preliminary talk. They've given me 3 hours to speak, to train today. I don't speak, I train. Okay. I always tell my, when they invite me to events, that I don't like this idea of speaking for 20 minutes and say you are training people. That's speaking. I can motivate you by throwing down a lot of intelligent words, a lot of one-liners that will excite you, but it's not going to change your life because there are no actionable steps in a one-liner. There's very few actionable intelligence I can give you in a 15-minute talk. It's why I typically even turn them down when I'm invited to do that, because that's just a show. So we're here to train today. I've been given 3 hours today, but I'm going to take 2 hours. I want the organizers to time me right now. It's 17 minutes past the hour. Exactly 2 hours from now, I needed to let me know, actually, about 1 hour, 50 minutes from now. Okay, let's say Nigerian time is 4:17. Let's take that to 4:30. So I will say as 6:15. That is 2 hours from now. Let me know. I need to shut it down so that we can take questions. I want to dedicate the last 1 hour to you guys just asking questions if you have any. Because for me, sometimes questions is how you actually grow, because you are going to be asking questions that is particular to your own area of expertise or what interests you. Sometimes we spend 6 hours training you about what you really don't want to know, or maybe what you already know. So I want to give you that 1 hour to be able to come at me at whatever questions you have, and it's no holds barred. You bring your question, just be ready for any answer I give you. I don't care. Whatever your question is, I will respond very honestly and very directly. So today we are here for AI Sales Challenge. Let's get straight into the business. And I have 3 sessions, today, tomorrow, and next. But the one of today, we're going to cover just 2 parts of that I think is important. We're going to talk about strategies for maximizing your real estate business in the age of artificial intelligence. And I'm going to talk more from the context of those of us who are either working for organizations or who are even still trying to get into our own businesses, so that how can you maximize your sales. If you're a real estate salesperson, your objective right now is making sales. It's not about going to start a business. It's not about worrying about all the other stuff that looks glitzy to you until you get there. Your number 1 priority is to make as many sales as possible of real estate property for whichever company you belong to. And if you're not a GTEX person watching this, you are somewhere right now. Or if you have your own business, that's also okay. We want to talk about strategies for maximizing your own real estate business in the age of artificial intelligence. So this session 1, we're going to talk about future of AI in real estate, opportunities and challenges. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remove the future. I'm going to talk the present of AI in real estate. AI is no longer in the future of real estate. AI is in real estate. So we're going to talk about that, opportunities and challenges. And then we're going to talk about 10 opportunities that AI gives you in real estate. And then I think my time will run out by then, because I'm always detailed. If it doesn't, of course, we're going to a session 2. I actually have 4 sessions planned, but I want to make sure I stay focused within the time that I've been allotted, so that by the time it's 7 p.m., I'm done here. Okay, now to just start with, I'm not going to talk a lot about challenges, because the minute you start hearing challenges, that's what your head focuses on. I also learned that in business. Just go as if there are no challenges. So I'm going to skip when I get to that part in my presentation. I'm just going to skip it. I don't want to plant stuff in your head that this is hard or there's a problem. When you go Jagbo style, you don't know anybody, you don't know that something is not possible, you're going to do the impossible. Okay? Some of the stuff that we did at Dove Media, if somebody told me we could build a television station, a satellite television station in under a year, I would say it's not possible. But we built Dove Media, Dove TV in Dove Media. It's still there, right? But as at the time we started building it, I didn't know what a mini DV was. But I didn't know it's not supposed to be done. And we did it in 3 months. I didn't know it's not supposed to be possible to build a satellite television channel that we endure, like Dove TV, in another 3 months, because nobody told me it's not possible. I didn't go and read a book about challenges. I didn't go and read a book about problems. All I know is that Baba, Daddy wants us to build this shit. We are going to build it. And we did, because we didn't know better. That's why I could go to, I didn't know you are not supposed to sell movies in post offices. But I'm looking at Alaba controlling the whole thing that time, and I'm like, why can't we look for ways to sell our videos more instead of relying on Alaba? Then we started thinking, somebody say, why not post offices? They have 800 outlets. The whole of Alaba self no reach 100. That why don't we go and talk to the owner? And I said, okay, let's go. Without any experience, without even know, we just wrote a letter. And I say, who knows where is the office of the Director General of Nigerian Post Offices? I don't know him. I was not introduced to him by nobody. We just went to his office and knocked the door. And we said, we're here, me and Sega and 2 other guys. Guess what? The man took us in. He listened to us for 40 minutes. He got excited by our proposition, and he signed a contract with us in 48 hours to sell movies through all the post offices in Nigeria way back in 2005. And overnight, we became the #1 movie distribution company in the whole of Africa in one night. Even Alaba people started coming to us to distribute through our channels, because they don't even have up to 100 themselves, even if you count Abba, Ndewi, all that. How are we able to do that? Because we don't know better. So my first thing to you today, as you are listening today, is don't focus on the challenge. Don't even read about the challenges. Anybody wants to tell you about the thing that you have had? Focus on the opportunities. Because if you go without any preconceived knowledge in your mind that something is not possible, you'll be surprised about how successful you are going to become. But when they already painted the box for you, you can't think without the box. I'm going to take off this slide. I want you to look me in the eye, because I'm giving you something that will change your life right now. You are a real estate salesperson. The minute you start listening to the old school about the problem of doing something in real estate, they have boxed you in. Every move that you make is being interpreted with that box in mind. So I like to say, I don't like saying think outside the box. I like to say think as if there is no box. Because if you are thinking outside the box, you are still looking at the box. The box is still conditioning your thinking. But if you think as if there is no box, you're going to come up with stupid ideas to other people that will work. And it will look like a joke. It's like this AI thing. I got in there and I'm thinking, okay, why can't we make a movie with AI? Even before they started talking about it, and this was about a year ago, everybody was laughing. I say, whoa. I say, eventually this thing will develop where you're going to be able to have a good AI tools that can actually make a movie that will look like human beings, speak like human beings, and you'll be able to sell it. And I just started doing it. Then, of course, we ran into some problems here and there, but I ran into the problem while I'm doing it, and I've done it. Right? I'm launching one of them on the 10th. The technology is not perfect yet, but we now believe we can do it. We don't need to carry cameras from next year, maybe 2 years from now. So in real estate, the same thing. You guys are young, you are listening to this. Some of those old school, they've told you this one cannot work. There was a time they were telling Dr. Steve that he cannot sell, Stephen, that he cannot sell real estate online. But look at him today. Everybody's trying to copy some of the stuff he's doing. He started selling his real estate online and he's selling. But if you had listened to those who are saying, they will have to go and inspect, people do not like to give you money from the air, they don't like to put their credit card, it will still be where it was. But people are sending thousands of dollars from Australia, from London, from wherever. They've never met him, they've not been to his office. They're paying for real estate. So that's your #1 lesson when we're talking about AI, because as it begins to develop, you're going to be hearing a lot of guys who don't know anything telling you rubbish, telling you something is not possible. They've not done it, but they will tell you, what do you mean? You cannot do this? Is real estate we're talking about. Yeah. It's a lie. You're going to go. And so some of the stuff I may share with you may sound crazy, especially when we start coming to the funnel stuff in 2 days' time. Just go and try it first. Don't overthink it. Don't be worrying about the problem. Just do it. And you will be surprised how easy it is. Remember those lepers? For those of you who are Christians, sorry, I have to bring Christian to it all the time because I'm also a retired pastor, and the pastor is never really retired. He just doesn't have a pulpit anymore. Okay? Everybody was afraid to go out when that war with Israel was going on, right? And these two lepers, they said, let's see, forget it. If we stay here, we die. If we go out there, we are going to die too anyway. So let us go out and see what is going on. By the time they got out, they realized that even the enemies have fled. There is food everywhere. Meanwhile, too many people are locked up inside because in their head, they are refusing to take a risk. And you have to. You'll be surprised how easy it is to take down something when you dare convention. And AI is a convention daring stuff. So we want to look at AI, the opportunities in real estate. Like I said, it's not the future. This is a bad slide given to me by my staff. The presence of AI in real estate, because it's no longer the future. When you are thinking future, your brain locks down. You are still thinking tomorrow, next year. But when you are thinking the presence of AI in real estate, now your brain is telling you it's all about psychology. It's all about your thinking. That's why they call me the motivator. That's why they call me a destiny activator. Some of us are not activated because our brain is locked down. AI is not tomorrow, gentlemen and ladies. AI is not the future. AI is today. And the sooner you get into it, the more you are going to be able to keep your job, if you have a job, the more you're going to be able to compete in the world, the more you're going to be able to sell more real estate because your colleagues who know what's up, they are already getting into it. So let's look at some of the opportunities. Number one, AI-powered property valuation. Now, I'm going to give you more assignment than go into details with you because even as detailed as I am, I can't teach you the detail of everything. You have to make your notes and then go get in there and go take it. AI helps people determine property values instantly by analyzing past sales, current trends, and neighborhood statistics. So instead of waiting for a manual appraiser, platforms like Zillow, Zestimate is what it's called. The Zillow Zestimate and House Canary can provide an estimated home value in seconds. So why will you go and be wasting money and energy and time on trying to get property valuers to help you value something? It's what I'm talking about. AI is already in your industry. Your colleague are using Zestimate or House Canary to get instant value of property, and you are still looking for some valuer somewhere who's going to tell you, I'm going to get back to you in 10 days. By that time, you have lost the sale. This speeds up the buying and selling process, ensuring accurate pricing. Now, I'm going to say this again. Don't listen to me and say, oh, this one is America, I can't work in Nigeria. I'm going to say F you with all due respect. Okay? You are going to go out there and you're going to bring it to Nigeria if it's not there. Because somebody will. This is AI. It doesn't matter what you think is going on in Nigeria. Nigerians, they used to tell Stephen that. Oh, Nigerians don't buy online. Oh, Nigerians don't buy land they've not seen. How many do you guys have? Some of you are here, you sold it under the direction of Dr. Stephen. How many have bought property from you without even seeing the land? Because there are ways now. They can still investigate that land without being on there. We're going to talk about it. So you need to write this stuff down and begin to figure out, how can I use this in my business? As a real estate salesperson, as a real estate seller, as a real estate developer, if you are not using Zestimate or House Canary or things like that, and there are many of them, they're coming out every day in hundreds, and some of them are free, even though some are pricey. That's number one. Opportunity. Again, I want to talk about opportunity here. AI-powered property valuation. Even if you're not using for your own personal property, imagine the kind of value you bring to others by being able to I don't want to, when I come here and because I was asking the organizer today, most of the people here, are they employees or in business for themselves? He said they are employees of GTEx. So I can't come here and be telling you how to go into business. That will not be fair to those who brought me. Otherwise, I'll be developing more on this, on how you can use it for business yourself. But focus on using it for your job. That's how you get promotion. By the time your guys start seeing that they're talking about some property somewhere in Dallas, and in 5 seconds, you have brought a guy complete estimate that is even better than a real estate valuer. The man will take note. That's how you get promotion. Because always there we are still waiting on a real estate valuer 3 days. And you are saying, oh God, what are they talking about? This is it. All of a sudden, you are becoming noticed in your own profession. That's how you move. If your guy doesn't know about it, you say, oh God, I had this, sir. Can we check it out? That is how you increase your value. And there are many of them. You can even Google it. AI-powered property valuation software. There's plenty of them. Second opportunity, enhance lead generation. We all know as a marketer, that's why it don't matter what the industry is. You know, for you to do well, whether you're in real estate, you're in law, you're in whatever, even as a pastor, even as a church, lead generation is key. More so in real estate, because very few people will buy the first time they hear about the real estate that you are selling, because it's a high value decision. So your lead generation and ability to follow up and to target those who are looking for the kind of houses you are selling is a big problem, a big part of real estate solution. So AI is bringing enhanced lead generation and targeting. That's its opportunity number 2 for you if you're in that industry. Okay, AI can predict which buyers are most likely to be interested in the property based on online behavior and past interactions. I will share some of those AI tools with you tomorrow or next. I actually have a whole presentation on that, on AI tools that are specifically made for real estate, and we're going to talk about how you can use them and what they do for you. But even hearing this, you can go Google by yourself. Enhanced lead generation tools for the real estate industry. They are all out there. You just click and you check. Platforms like HubSpot and Follow Up Boss, they use machine learning to sort leads, ensuring realities focus on high quality prospects. Because you can't be spending your energy on those who are not ready to buy, who cannot buy, or who are not your immediate need. So you need these AI tools to help you sort it out so that you can focus your energy, your advertising money, your physical energy money on those who meet your present need for to make your sales. So it saves you time and increases the chances of closing deals quickly. Okay, let me pull up this chart. And if you have questions and you're posting it, I will digress and answer you. When I teach, I want people to actually follow and understand what I'm talking about rather than rushing and trying to cover so much. If I don't cover everything I need to cover in 2 hours, I'm still here tomorrow and next. So if you get this, if you understand what I'm trying to say here, because I want to go through these 10 opportunities before we go to the next session here. Can you give me a 2 that you understand? If you don't, put a question so that I can take it and answer. I would rather teach 4 things well than go to 20 that you hardly ever understand what I'm talking about. Okay, this is key. Those who are doing well, they have amazing lead generation and how to target. That's always a big difference maker. You might be doing well now, but imagine how better you'll be doing if you have an enhanced lead generation and targeting tool to help you so that you don't waste time on those who are not ever going to buy your stuff anyway. Okay, so let's keep moving. Good. Number 3, opportunity for AI, for real estate in AI right now, virtual tours and augmented reality showings. Okay, instead of visiting multiple properties, buyers can take AI-powered 3D virtual tours from the comfort of their homes. This is huge now. I was telling my brother he was an architect several months ago, and was looking at me and said, "Guy, why are you not using the?" I sent him some architectural tools, how they can do 3D. Before, it used to cost a lot of money for them to do 3D of property, either the one you are going to build or the one that's already in existence, like GTEX, for instance. You have a lot of futuristic properties where you are selling the future, like Pastor Stephen, your doctor. I keep calling Pastor Stephen, but here we are not church. Dr. Stephen, he used to say, "You don't wait to buy land, you buy land and wait." I love that phrase. He says it a lot, right? So you are trying to share the future, a vision of the future for the people who are buying your land, even though it's land you are selling. You are trying to sell a vision of the properties. What can be more beautiful than giving them 3D virtual tour of that property? And I'm not talking about just taking picture and then scrolling picture. There are tools now that will show them they will actually work like the way I'm doing real life movie with AI now. They will put real life people there that actually going through the house, enjoying the house, taking the shower, cooking in the whatever, for people to see, even though it's not the house you're even selling. You're selling the land, about what the future of the estate is. That's a very, very big opportunity. For architects and real estate people before, it cost thousands of dollars to be able to do 3D rendition of their property, either the one they built or the one they're going to build. But now, some of these tools are like $10 a month. Some of them are free. Yes, of course, there are pricey ones, but it's what it is. If you want to compete, you got to compete with the best tools. So 3D virtual tours, they are the present. I don't like to use the word future. When I say future, you'll be telling yourself, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll go and learn it tomorrow. No, 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 no. It's today. The GM of GTEx, listen to me very well. Those of you are senior officers, you know your daddy is always going all over the world, opening up new offices, blah, blah, blah. It's left to you guys. You got to train your staff on 3D. Get the tool, master it, and then you don't market with it, without it rather. So when you're even doing your posting on social media and you're putting a 3D virtual tour of the property, the way it's going to be in 10 years. I know you sell a lot of just real estate, but trust me, those who are buying land don't want land. They want a house. I'm going to share something profound again. You know, the way you understand how to sell is to understand what the customer really wants. I'll use an unrelated example, then I'll come back to real estate. When somebody goes into a store and says, I want to buy nails, that customer doesn't want nails. He wants a hole in the wall. You got to get this. So if the person comes into your store and you are busy telling him that this nail was made in US, in Idahosa, and Idaho, and it's made of steel, it's made of this, you are not addressing his need. He wants to hang up his picture. It's why he's looking for a nail. He wants to assemble a chair in his house. It's why he wants to buy nails. So you sell better when you start telling him this nail. You first ask him, what does he want? Why does he need a nail? Oh, I have this toy for my daughter that I just bought. I need to assemble it. So your presentation then would then go about how that nail can accomplish that for him. Oh, that last week, Mr. So-and-so came here to use this to assemble the little car for his daughter. He came back here thanking all of us because the nail was just perfect for assembling that type of stuff. See? So somewhere in real estate, when somebody buys a piece of land, he's not buying land, he's buying luxury of the future. He's buying a house that he wants to live in future, starting with the land. Or he's buying the land so that he can appreciate and then he can sell it. So he wants to make profit. It's why he bought land. He didn't buy land because he loved buying land. So you have to figure that out. So your 3D virtual tours will then focus on that. Let's say you are selling property for investment. And I know you have lots of that in GTEx Media. For instance, you are selling property that you know will appreciate in 10 years. Then what you do is you create a 3D type of promotional tour of, oh, people bought land in this area 10 years ago. This is what the land became this year. And these are the kind of money appreciation they got for their property. See, a 3D video on that you can do now in these days in less than 1 hour of using the right tool will persuade me more. If my interest is buying land to wait for it to appreciate, and then for those that you are trying to sell on the estate, how beautiful the estate will be in the future. The days of just showing graphic of an estate as parts or picture of an estate, that is everywhere. But imagine somebody clicking that video and being able to be taken on a tour by even a GTEx staff. AI will do that for you. You don't even need Oyinbo to be doing it. For instance, that's if you don't want to use Oyinbo. If you are selling to Nigeria and you want to show them at this one of your staff, you can actually clone the picture of the person, and then you put him in the person, him or her in the video, put Stephen Akita himself inside the house. Not fake picture. 3D virtual, you will see him actually going through each of the rooms in the whatever. It's more persuasive than just talking English or showing them pictures. Augmented reality staging allows potential buyers to actually see how a space will look with a different furniture and different design. So you can choose even different alternatives to that 3D thing. That is the opportunity today that you need to go and start teaching yourself and learning, and tools like Matterport, Zillow 3D Home, and in fact, there are several that are even overtaking this now. Just Google it. Virtual tours for real estate. I have like 3 on my phone right now. Even right now, I'm not even a real estate person, but I have it. I do it for clients where I help them to create 3D rendition of their property, and I do it with just an app. I get some pictures. I get a picture of the owners, and I put it into Leonardo AI. I clone their picture, and then I take it back, and I put that. The next thing you know, you are seeing that owner taking people on a tour of a house, furnished house, and they are talking. I'm not talking about figurine, whatever. I'm talking about real life looking characters. It's absolutely insane. You have to get into that. It's an opportunity. It's not a problem. Yeah, you might have a learning curve. You might have to take a while to patiently learn how it works. But they're there. Give me a three if you understand what I'm talking about here. The power of using virtual tours and augmented reality for your showings. That is an opportunity that is there for you right now. Remember, in this session, we are talking about opportunities in real estate. We will not talk about problem. I don't want you to know the problem. I want you to deal with the problem when it shows up. So that way, you will even walk past the problem, you even know you just did. But if they have told you there's a problem, what you are looking for is the problem. You're not going to work. You're not going to do stuff like an Oded, I don't know. And Odeds always win. Because they don't ask themselves. Donald Trump did not ask anybody that he has to go and start at local government level, or he has to go and run for one state governor. The man said, I want to be president. He went to take ticket for presidency. And he won without knowing better. I'm talking of his first time. Because he didn't worry about the problem. Let the problem come. Okay, so write this stuff down and follow through. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You can be at the edge. Even a lot of real estate companies in Nigeria are not using this now. Then that's your edge as GTEX. You might even make it a policy that, okay, every property that we are selling now, we must have a virtual tour, a video for it. I'm talking about the real modern one, and not the virtual tour that they're just showing graphics. They're showing some pictures that don't make sense. I'm talking about real looking. You can do that. And you can dedicate 1 or 2 people in your office. That is their job to go learn it. That's what I do. That video that you saw, I told you, was the first attempt of one of my staff. First attempt at doing video. I said, what do you mean you cannot do promo video? Go do it. Now we have much better ones, of course, with moving figures that look better than me and all of that stuff. But I'm proud of her because I forced her to start learning it. Now she says she just resigned. She just got a job. Or rather, she says she's going out on her own to do that same business because she's pretty good at it. It's a lady from Port Harcourt. So get somebody to get on Matterport. Get them to go check out Zillow 3D. Check out the alternatives that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And then from there, you go.